Hello, Mark Crossfield here. In my hands today, Mizuno MP15 Irons. We're going to give the new Mizuno iron a hit. This is the TI Muscle version. Let's see what this bladed stroke TI Muscle is all about. See if it's any good. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, Mizuno MP15 with the TI Muscle. So what we're getting on this one, we're getting grain flow forged. We're getting this titanium kind of insert, which is I think forged into the back of the club, which is quite impressive in itself, isn't it, if it is the case. What that allows them to do, so we get these kind of traditional, I mean from this direction it would look like a classic MP player's bladed iron. But what Mizuno is saying, by putting this TI Muscle in the back here, it makes solid behind the face, but it allows them to move, because it's that is a lighter material, it allows them to move the weight more to the heel and the toe. So you're getting, on their tagline, the classic club, but with no compromise on forgiveness, which for lots of you has got to be a good thing if you're in the classic club market or bandwagon. I mean, that is a gorgeous thin top line, next to no offset, chromed bladed Mizuno iron. It's as good as it gets, little squat head shape. It's just, there isn't anyone, a good player, who's going to pick that up and not think that looks great. How forgiving it is off the heel and toe is debatable, but obviously it's going to be more. They're saying I think it's 10% more forgiving than, say, the 64, was it, the one which hasn't got this in. So getting 64 here, but then you're getting 10% more forgiving here, which has got to be a good thing. Forgiving is, I mean, I just think forgiving is a good thing for lots of people. Why would you not want to be forgiven? Right, let's give it a hit. Definitely down by the ball, no offset, next to none. Just looks gorgeous. It's a lovely sound. It's slightly clippier than their normal acoustics. I think that maybe that insert has something to do with that. But I quite like the sound. I think there's a duller sounding ones out there which gives that maybe slightly more softer forgy feel, but this one has interesting acoustics, slightly different for me. I call that one slightly out of heel and it's flying nicely. We are going to collect some real ball data with my Pro V1X balls in the GC2 here at the end of the video. Let's give it another hit. To be honest with you, you know me, I like Mizuno irons. I want to give this lots of hits. It is just such a pretty looking golf club, and if it is more forgiving, I would have to. It's not as forgiving as I would want a club to be. I think I like a bit more. But in the bladed market, I don't think you're going to find a club that looks as good as this that is more forgiving than this. Does that make sense? So there's plenty of clubs that are out there that are more forgiving than this, but if you want to look as good as that, this one I feel is almost just pushing the boundaries as far as they'll go, which is a good thing. Yeah, it feels lovely. Such a true flight as well. It's exactly what you'd expect an iron. I'm in another. Sorry. I am now just self-indulging. This video is for me. I'm used to watching. I'm just enjoying it in the club. I mean, I want to game this. I want to look at that. Oh, I might do. I mean, I just want to look at that, but I do worry as I get into a 5 iron or even a 4 iron, which is the longest iron I carry in this, that I would want something more forgiving. Obviously you can, with H5, is it? You can blend if you wanted to, but there you go, MP15, I'm loving that, absolutely loving it. I don't think there's any surprises there. You know what I like about Mizuno irons, and it's got everything in it that I want. I just like maybe a fraction more forgiving, but there's lots of really good ball strikers out there. Even high handicappers who might strike the ball more out the middle than I do consistently, who would want that. It's not about your handicap, it's about what part of the club face you're hitting. Let's check these numbers out, see how it performs on the machine. Right guys, numbers, time, MP15. So this has got that little TI Muscle on there, which people are loving the feel of and the clicky sound that it makes. Averaging 158, 7 iron, exactly where I'd want my 7 iron to be in this kind of club. Launching at 20 degrees, spinning at 6,000 revs, topping out at 33 yards. The numbers are where I would want them to be, they're where I would expect them to be from a well-made, traditional heritage kind of iron. You know, I'm not going to expect any shocking changes in this. They're really tweaking these kind of clubs, and I would argue if you've got an older set of this brand already, as in the TI Muscle ones, I can't remember the numbers, I think it was 59s, 58s, wasn't it? Would you be rushing out to get these? I would say no, but if you're coming into the market looking at this kind of iron or switching from another brand, want to change but you want this style of club, this is definitely one you should be trying. I always think the numbers for these kind of, I do them because you guys like to see the numbers, they're almost irrelevant. The numbers are going to perform with me performing, which I can do sometimes. The numbers on these clubs are going to do what you expect them to do, and that's the beauty of them. For me, they're doing what they're meant to do. They're not kind of souped up too much. They're playing with acoustics and feel, appearance, a little bit of turf interaction sometimes. It's minuscule little changes, which often a better player is looking for, those little kind of slight little changes to make them just feel like they can hit a better shot. If they actually do is a different thing, but if they feel like they can hit a good shot, why would you argue with that? Good numbers, solid club, loving the look of it, so traditional. Let me know what you think, post comments. It's an interesting combination, I think, of the modern and the traditional in that TI muscle, but is it something that will appeal to you? I'd love to hear. Speak to you all soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments, love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show, get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.